Zach Gunn here, Personal Defense Dynamics, with another tabletop review for you guys. This time I have a Honor Defense Honor Guard. It's the single stack pistol from Honor Defense, which is a new firearms company that came out in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. So they've been around a few years, but relatively new compared to everybody else. So let's see what they're offering. Here it is, the Honor Defense Honor Guard. It says it right across there. And of course, you know, first impressions is it's a M&P shield clone. You know, looks pretty similar. Got a lot of the same characteristics and everything. So we'll look at it and see how it stacks up. First of all, in the box, you do get a nice box that's a little bit better than the shields. It's got some foam padding to kind of hold it in place, and slots for your extra magazine, and back plates, which we'll get to here in a minute, spent shell casing, and then you get manual with lots of good color photos, all that good stuff to help you break down the pistol and clean and maintain it, all that good stuff, which is really good. Sticker, warranty card, and some more little info about the gun. So Honor Guard, or Honor Defense, excuse me, was started by a veteran, and they employ a lot of veterans, which is really great, really commendable thing to do. So let's see about the gun itself. First of all, this one has manual safety, and you can get them with or without the safety, just like the shields. It has a 8-round magazine and a 7-round magazine flush fit for concealed carry purposes. One thing that does stand out as opposed to the shields is it does have removable back plates. It comes with a medium and a large back plate for some versatility right there. I do like that. The back plates can make a big difference in comfort. It's got some really nice texturing. It may be a little too aggressive for some people, but I like pretty aggressive texturing right there. Kind of a crosshatch pattern right there, as you can see. I really like that. You'll be able to get a really good grip. And they even extended it out above the trigger guard here on both sides, which I really like. As you see, the gun is empty here. The serrations, it's got front and rear serrations. They're pretty deep, so it's pretty easy to get a grip on it and slide it front or back with either serration. So again, this is essentially, magazine's empty here, a shield clone. So let's grab a shield 2.0 right here. This one does have the integrated laser, because that's just the one I grabbed. But you know, other than that, they're you know, practically the same gun. If you look at it, the Honor Guard is just a little bit longer. There you see there. Width appears to be pretty close to identical, and height, both with the 8-round magazine, appears to be practically identical as well. Couple of key differences in these two. Again, both these models have thumb safety. The thumb safety on the Honor Guard is sticks out a little bit more. It's a little bit more pronounced, whereas the shield is kind of hidden inside the frame, and that's always been a struggle for me with these. I don't like the safety on them because they're so small that if it gets on, it's really hard to get off in a real big hurry, and it's hard to click on. So I don't like the safeties on the shield. I like the Honor Guard a whole lot better. Another thing about the Honor Guard that sticks out is that it's completely ambidextrous. You got left and right hand controls with both the safety and slide release, which is awesome. With the shield, it's just right-handed, no left-handed controls at all. In fact, the magazine release is ambidextrous as well, where it's you have to change it out on the shield. Another thing is the sights This one has a big orange dot sight on the front and your white for your 3-dot system. The Shield, the standard model, just has a 3-dot white sights right there. The Honor Guard does not have the big hole in the top. It's a loaded chamber indicator for the shields right there. And again, the Honor Guard has the serrations in front, which the Shield does, but they're right there at the base here. They're not nearly as pronounced as the Honor Guard, and the back has those fish scale type serrations, which are good too. They're pretty easy to rack. The Honor Guard right now, MSRP on them is probably $425, $440. I'll have to look and see, but we're selling them for right at $350. For the M&P Shield 2.0, it's right at that standard price point as well. Every once in a while we run sales on these where they're a little bit cheaper, so they're pretty competitive as far as price wise goes. As far as the overall look, I like the Shield better because there's just little stuff here and there, like you can see the chassis right here. They cut out a piece of the frame for the chassis where they can put the serial number right there. I'm not a big fan of that. It just doesn't look great. The takedown lever is really oversized right there, which kind of gives it kind of a blocky type feel, and that's the big thing. This one just looks a little bit more blocky, looks a little bit more, I don't want to say toy gunish, but you know, just doesn't look as good as the Shield itself. We'll do a couple tests, and again, the Honor Guard and the Shield both are unloaded. So the trigger pull on the Shield 2.0, pretty standard on all the 2.0 M&Ps. Not bad, a lot of improvement over the original, but still not the best trigger pull in the world. The Honor Guard, a lot tougher trigger pull. It's got some grit in the take up right there, really noticeable grit. And then you get your brake. Your reset is pretty much all the way out, whereas on the Shield you don't have that grit. It's pretty clean. Once you get all the take up out, pretty clean brake, and the reset is right there. So you do have a little bit cleaner reset on the Shield as well. So kind of final thoughts. Both of these have some good things about them, some things that I don't love as much, but just the less bulkier design, the little bit smaller package of the Shield, and you know, kind of just the overall looks combined with the trigger pull makes me lean more toward the Shield. And not saying that Honor Defense isn't going to be a great brand, but you know, Smith & Wesson has a little bit more history behind it, so I would kind of be a little bit more inclined with that. But if you're one of those people that really likes the thumb safety, or if you're left-handed, definitely go with the Honor Guard, because the thumb safety is a whole lot better on these pistols, and the ambidextrous controls makes this really good for left-handed shooters. So but I mean, overall, like I said, it's pretty much a copy of the M&P Shield for all intents and purposes, with a few things here and there that are different, but shape, size, everything else is pretty much a copy, with a few things of maybe like the XDS with the modular grips and stuff like that thrown in. But you know, it's a single stack 9mm, when you know 10 other companies make single stack 9mm. So it is what it is. But like I said, for left-handed shooters, people will maybe like a little extra grip with the texture, or that have to have a model with a thumb safety. This could be an option for you. So it's the Honor Defense Honor Guard.